And finally, for today's episode, let's turn to David Trim for a look at Adventist history.
For some of this week, 35 years ago, the 54th General Conference session was meeting in New Orleans. It had convened on June 27 and concluded on July 6, 1985. Among its actions was to welcome into the Sisterhood of Unions the new South Brazil Union Conference. It was in the south of Brazil that the Seventh-day Adventist Church first became established. Here you see one of the first Adventist church buildings in Gaspa Alto in Santa Catarina province. The photograph shows visitors in the 1960s. The first union organization for the country of Brazil, the Brazil Union Conference, was founded in 1911. During 1918 and 19, a reorganization took place with two new unions created, and the old Brazil Union was renamed the South Brazil Union Conference. Starting with some 40 local churches and 3,000 members, by 1940 there were 57 local churches with 8,745 members. In the years following World War II, there was explosive growth in Brazil, much of which was still overseen by the South Brazil Union Conference. As a result, by the early 1980s, there were 180,000 church members meeting in almost 600 local churches, spanning well over 1 million square kilometers. It was just too big for any one union, and so the decision was taken to divide it into Central Brazil and South Brazil Union conferences. But the Central Brazil Union kept the old headquarters, and so the South Brazil Union built a new headquarters building, which you see here in a photo taken at its opening ceremony. Now, as the Adventist Church in Brazil has continued to grow, parts of the union have been moved into new union conferences, but the South Brazil Union Conference continues to share the gospel and the third angel's message. Here you see a new headquarters opened in 2015. The latest statistics show 173,000 church members worshiping in 2,100 congregations. Now, all of this comes from the article on the South Brazil Union Conference in the Encyclopedia of Seventh-day Adventists online. If you go to encyclopedia.adventist.org, that website again, encyclopedia.adventist.org, you can read all about the history of the South Brazil Union and many other regions of the church, other union conferences in Brazil, and organizations and individuals from around the world. Now, also in this week in Adventist history, July 9, 1974, Gustav Lindsay died in Portland, Oregon. Lindsay had been a union president, division treasurer, division president, and general conference departmental director. So he will have an article in the Encyclopedia of Seventh-day Adventists, but he doesn't have one yet. In fact, we don't even have an author for that article yet. If you would like to write on Gustav Lindsay, or if you find on the ESDA website any other article that needs an author and you're interested in, please let us know, because we'd be very glad to hear from you. There is a contact form at the website, encyclopedia.adventist.org. That was this week in Adventist history.